Welcome to After Dark Creations Art and Review. I'm Jen, your artist and monster buddy, here to share my love of cult films, music, movies, and books with you. This week we'll be doing a music review. So this week I will be reviewing The Bouncing Souls. If you like this video, please subscribe and follow me for more content like this. I post videos every Wednesday. Alright, so let's get into the review. The Bouncing Souls is a New Jersey-based punk band which formed in 1989. Some of my favorite albums include The Good, the Bad, the Argyle, Maniacal Laughter, Hopeless Romantic, and How I Spent My Summer Vacation. Present members include Greg Antonito, Pete Stikenoff, Brian Cleenan, and George Rebello. Some of my favorite songs includes True Believers. I listened to the album How I Spent My Summer Vacation throughout high school, and basically that was my go-to album if I needed to feel good, I was down, I needed to get pumped up, I needed to feel connected. That was an excellent album, and I recommend, if you haven't heard of The Bouncing Souls, just start with How I Spent My Summer Vacation. That will inform you on everything you need to know because they touch on everything in this album. They touch on hope, love, they talk about a fantastic album. I can't say enough about it. I still listen to it every summer. It's one of those albums, it's constantly in my rotation because I absolutely love how this album makes me feel. True Believers has so much heart and soul into it, and it makes you feel so good. Better Life, Broken Record, which has a lot to do with your sense of self, breaking down the ideas of who you are and feeling broken and then finding a new voice. In all the chaos, finding clarity. That message really speaks to me, and whenever I'm feeling particularly depressed or down, it's an excellent song to listen to. Gone is another great song. Kid is a song that will get you pumped up and feeling good. Night on Earth is another song that speaks to feeling stuck where you are and just needing the space to breathe and being able to look up and see your friends around you and feel okay with where you are. The English translation to the town I grew up in is box. Yes, I grew up in a freaking box. So you can imagine how stifling it is growing up in the box. So there were times when I would feel frustrated. I didn't fit in because I was kind of a weird kid. I liked monsters and punk music. I had colored hair and I had a hard time connecting with people around me, but I was always able to connect to the music. It helped me feel like I wasn't alone. And again, I've said this before about punk music. It's a great way to find community and know, oh, people feel just the way I do. They are just as frustrated with their life and circumstance as I am. And that's a common thread of my listening experience throughout my entire life is finding music that speaks to me, and I cherish that music forever. I will always, always love How I Spent My Summer Vacation and Hopeless Romantic because those songs, those lyrics, they spoke to me, they touched my soul, and even today, as an adult, as a grown woman who's far past my high school angst, I still connect with those lyrics in different ways. They evolve as I change, which I think says a lot about albums. And the great thing about bands like The Bouncing Souls and Less Than Jake is they still speak to my angst, but it grows with me. They're not stuck singing about the things that happened to them in high school. Instead, they're singing about their life experiences now. And so as their experiences change and evolve, so do mine, and I really connect with that sentiment. I love that I can continue listening to this band. There's a lot of fantastic bands out there if you're searching, and I hope to do more music reviews so I can discuss how these bands and music have affected me. Of course, music is very personal. It's a personal preference, and a lyric that can mean something to me can mean something entirely different to someone else. But it makes you feel. It's one of those art forms that can remind you what it felt like to fall in love for the first time, or it's okay to feel alone because, oh wait, I'm not actually alone. This person feels the same way. You feel lost and hopeless. And when I am stuck in that dark place, music always helps me out of it. I know right now the world around us is pretty nuts, so it is kind of nice to lose yourself in an album or a book or a movie for just a little while. This band really did. They are the soundtrack for my youth. They are the band that makes me feel good and helps me not feel alone, and I hope that The Bouncing Souls do the same for you. Now let's get into how the music informs the art. So this is based off one of their logos. It's a cityscape with the broken heart crossbones. feeling nothing but love for this band, so the heart feels appropriate. Their albums are always really vivid in color, and I tried to pull from some of their images from their albums and the color palettes they used to create this piece. So let me know in the comment section below, what was the soundtrack to your youth? Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's keep it spooky, friends.